Hey guys, Chaz Burks here with Go Guitar Live, and today I'm going to show you Sitting, Waiting, Wishing by Jack Johnson. And it is a fun strumming song, and if you're not used to bar chords, this one will really help you get over that and maybe learn some of these shapes. So let's get to it. Okay, so the first thing is really this strum, and that's always the thing I want to get down first, is if you can't strum it, you're probably not going to be able to play through the whole song. So as long as we can actually get some kind of a strum, that's kind of what's going on. So you're basically like a quick two downs and then one loud down. And what you're going to do is actually mute the strings. So let's try that with, we have an A minor here, and what you're going to do is bar at the 5th fret. And then you're going to take your these two fingers and make an E minor shape on the 7th fret. So basically you're barring the whole 5th fret with your fingers. This is really going to be pretty strenuous on your hand after a while, these bar chords. So there's a little bit of a trick to help out with that too. So, and I'm going to go over that as well. So you have these two, and we're going to play these top, through the A and the D string on the 7th fret. So that's the minor. This would be major if you used your middle finger. Think of it as the same thing as like an E and then the E minor. You're basically just doing an E minor up here. Sometimes I use this finger to help push down my first because there's a lot of strings. Okay, so let's say you got that, and we're going to move on and we're going to go work on the strum. So if you remember, I said down, down, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to release the tension of the strings. So as I just kind of let go, the strings kind of pop back up to where they were. My fingers don't really move around or anything funky like that. My fingers stay there, but basically my hand just sort of relaxes. And when it does that, it kills the strings. That's what you should hear, is just that dead string sound instead of any kind of notes or anything. So you're just kind of releasing tension in your hand, which actually feels good after you've been playing this song for a while, because like I said, those bar chords can just be a killer after a bit. You'll definitely feel it right up your under forearm area. So we're going to do that again. So that A minor, and you're going to rest on that 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's just like that third little strum. You're just going to rest like that, and now release tension and just strum the strings there. Okay, so it's kind of like a two short and a long. Short, short, long. That's the rhythm for it. So short, so it's like short, short, long. Okay? And then what happens is you're going to have 3 of these bar chords down there, and they're each going to do the same thing. They're each going to lift off their little finger. Okay? So you're going to make them 7th chords. And I'm not going to go into why they're 7th chords, but because I'm sure you're not going to sit here and listen to me go on about theory forever. But basically what you're doing is you're just making these 7th chords. Okay, so first one's A minor to A minor 7. So you're going to do A minor, say what we just did, down, down, rest, and then lift off your little finger, and you're going to do the exact same thing. So together that sounds... Okay, so once you do that one, now you're on to the next one, and now you're on 3. And you're going to do a full, like I said, E minor and E. You're going to do a full E chord here after 3. And this is G, just the G major bar chord. So this is a full bar. This finger's on the 3rd string on the 4th fret. And then these 2 fingers are playing 5th fret on the 4th and 5th strings right there. And same thing, you're going to lift off your little finger. Same thing. Lift it off, you can hear the difference. So far, A minor to A minor 7 and G to G7. So now we're down A minor to A minor 7, G to G7. Now we're going to F. Same shape you just did with G, you're just going to play it down here. You might have played this chord before. So if you're already having trouble, you're probably starting to feel the strain of those bar chords right around here, this whole area right here, this whole hand. Yeah. So we're going to go back to the F, And same thing, this is F major, so remember E and then you just slide it over, put that bar down. Same shape we did there on G, we're just putting it on the first fret, and we're going to lift off our little finger again and make it F7. Okay, so far, A minor 7, G, G7, F, F7. Okay, I'm going to go ahead, instead of reiterating all that, I'm going to go ahead and go to C. We're going to do a regular C chord. Now, I've looked up some of the tab and some of the music for this song just to make sure, but I do believe they have it playing another C, like a bar chord or a smaller C chord, but I really don't hear it. Every time I hear it, it sounds like he's just playing the regular C chord. For instance, if he's already down here for F, I would imagine he would just go straight to this C. So, and then he's going to go to C7, just like he did the other ones. This time, instead of lifting off a finger, he's going to add the little finger. So a little different. He's going to put this little finger on the third string of the third fret. It's a B flat. And that gives you your C7. So you C, and then your C7. Okay, so, and same thing with that one. And you know, to get that dead string on C, you almost have to bend your fingers down just a little bit, relax them so you kill all the strings in some way you can. So it's really, that's what you do. And if you notice also with C, this is a huge thing, and most of my students end up forgetting this, but your thumb should rest on top of your guitar and kill that top string. You really do not want that top string, that low E, ringing out on your C chord. It sort of messes up the C chord, I guess you could say. So if you notice, I bring my thumb over. I don't play it. I just let my thumb sort of rest on top, and it kills that string. I mean, all you have to do to a string is barely touch it, and you've stopped it from vibrating, and that's what you're doing. And so what you get is when you really get into that strumming, you don't have to be so cautious about starting just on the 5th string down. You could strum, and you're not going to get that low E. Sounds a lot better than. Okay, so back to what I was saying, C, and then C7. Okay, and you could also kind of mute it down here too. If you can't get any muting down on this hand, just throw your palm right there on your string, put it down there, and all you have to do is sit there and strum. That might take you a little bit, so you know, just throw caution into the wind and really just try to work that out as best you can. Okay, so let's go back over. We have A minor 7, G, G7, F, F7, and C, and C7. Okay, so that's your verse and your intro, and kind of part of the bridge too. So let's go over it. So we're going to start through it, and I'm going to play through it. And if you're ready, go ahead and play along. Okay, so twice through would get you through verse 1. Now we're going to go to the chorus, and the chorus is actually pretty easy. We're going to start here with E, and we're going to jump to A minor. And we're going to do kind of the same idea that's been going through the rest of this, whereas you lift off a finger, now you have a 7th chord. So we have our E, E major. And what you're going to do is release your ring finger, and now you have that E7. And you can do the same thing. A minor, just drop everything down to the next few strings there, and then release your ring finger. And you have A minor 7. So E, E7, A minor 7. Okay, pretty easy. It's basically the same thing, except one's on one set of strings and the other's on another set of strings. So the other thing is the strumming on this one. It's quite different than what it was before. So what you're going to do is play E, and you're going to strum like bass, bass, strum, and it's not any muting going on this one. It's basically like a low, and you don't really just have to hit the bass note. You can hit the top few and then give it a full strum. And what you're going to do is you're going to double up this time. So you're going to do E to E7, and you're going to do that twice. And then you're going to do A minor to A minor 7 twice. So it's going to be bass, bass, strum. Okay, and it's not any muting. It's kind of louder on the strum. So if he's really emphasizing, or what they call accenting, on the third strum. Switch. If you notice, my thumb went back up on the A minor 7, and that's to prevent me from playing that low E string again. So it screws up the chord. It's not truly an A minor 7 if you're playing that low E. Alright, and if you're hitting the bass note of that low E during that, you're really off. So you really need to work on getting that thumb up there. So let's start on that E to E7. Twice, one more time. Switch to A minor 7, do it again, and do it again. Now once it does that, it does the whole thing 2 times through. You can switch back to A minor, this A minor, sorry, and then you're working down your verse chords again. And again, verse 2, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to run through our main progression twice, and that's verse 2. You're at chorus 2, and we just went over it's the same thing as chorus 1. So the E to E7, E to E7, and then A minor to A minor 7, A minor to A minor 7, and then you do that again, and then that's chorus 2. Now we're at the bridge, so you're going to start with C. Now let me just run through these real quick. C, E, F, and you can do the full F if you want. And then you can go to a G, F, and C. And then you're back to C again. E, F, G, and then you're going to go A minor back. Now you're going to go back into the Okay, so here's how the breakdown is. It's going to go, each one in C is going to get 2 times with the down, down strum. Basically the same strum pattern you did for the chorus. So you're basically down, down, big strum, down, down, big strum. And then E is the same thing. F. And now this time you're going to go 1 time through G, down, down, strum, switch to F. 1 time through F. And now we're back to C again. 2 times again. E twice again. F twice again. And then you're going to go, when he goes, but I'm already down, twice on G. Then it goes back into the main riff. So let's go through that bridge again. And you're going to go through the main riff twice. Okay, now we can go through the bridge again. So C twice, E twice, F twice, G to F, C twice, E twice, F twice, and G. Okay, so that's your bridge, all in bits and pieces of it all together. So after that we have verse 3, and in verse 3 you should know how to play the verse part, and then all it does is repeat chorus 1 and 2 again, and as you remember, that's just that's our chorus, and then you know our verse is the bar chords going down. Well, really kind of an easy song as long as you get those bar chords down and get that strumming, which I think is kind of a fun strum for this song. So hopefully that was, educational for you guys and you picked something out of that. But all in all, we're going to call it a day with that one. So I hope to see you next time.